Emotions can disturb the gut through the connection between the central nervous system and the enteric nervous system, also known as the gut-brain axis. The gut and brain communicate through the release of hormones, neurotransmitters, and other signaling molecules. When we experience intense emotions such as stress, anxiety, or anger, the CNS sends signals to the gut that can cause physical changes such as increased muscle tension, altered gut motility, and changes in the balance of bacteria in the gut. Remember this last effect of the imbalance of gut microbiota. We will discuss it later in the video. All these changes can result in symptoms such as bloating, constipation, diarrhea, abdominal pain, and indigestion. So next time you get stressed over any matter, just remember that mental stress can negatively affect your system more than you may realize. Therefore, managing stress and intense emotions is essential if you want to live a balanced and healthy life. From this connection, you will learn that many chronic diseases can manifest as a result of stress and negative emotions. Since 60 to 80% of our immune system is in our gut, if the gut can be negatively affected by intense emotions coming from the brain, then negative emotions can throw your body out of balance and trigger chronic illnesses. In addition, believe it or not, there are thousands of bacterial species living in our intestines that affect our health in many ways, often for the better. When the balance of species is misaligned in people, it can cause autoimmune diseases, such as inflammatory bowel disease and rheumatoid arthritis. This suggests that certain combinations of bacteria may promote these diseases. Scientists weren't sure whether similar changes occurred in patients with lupus. To test this theory, Greg Silverman, MD, of the NYU School of Medicine in New York, and colleagues studied the bacteria in stool samples from 61 women with lupus and 17 women who didn't have the disease. They discovered that patients with lupus retained fewer bacterial species overall in their gut. But one species, known as Rheumanococcus nevus, was 5 times more prevalent in patients with lupus than in those without the disease. And the bacterium was particularly abundant in patients who were undergoing flares or who had kidney disease. Furthermore, Dr. Silverman and his colleagues found that the antibodies produced by lupus patients not only attack their own cells and organs but also target the gut bacteria mentioned before, Rheumanococcus nevus. Now let's look how these bacteria from the gut are being targeted by your antibodies. The researchers continued to explore further how these bacteria were being targeted by your immune cells, and discovered that lupus patients had weaker guts. As a result, some of these bacteria or fragments of them reach other parts of the body, thus causing the immune system to produce antibodies that mistake the patient's own cells for bacteria molecules, then continue to attack the kidneys and other organs. Now, just in case you were wondering why we discussed lupus and microbiota studies in the gut-brain connection video, here is the reason. One of the factors which contribute to the imbalance of the gut microbiota, such as Rheumanococcus nevus, is stress. Yes, stress. As we discussed previously, negative emotions bring about changes in the balance of the gut flora through the gut-brain connection. This could result in the development of chronic disease such as lupus. Now let's examine the reverse of this relationship, meaning how our troubled gut can impact our brain. As we explored before, the gut and the brain are connected through the gut-brain axis. This means that the health and functioning of the gut can affect the brain, and vice versa. The gut has a rich network of neurons called the enteric nervous system, which can communicate with the central nervous system through the vagus nerve and other neural pathways. Changes in gut microbiome, inflammation, and other factors in the gut can lead to signaling molecules being released that travel to the brain and later alter brain function, affecting mood, behavior, and cognitive functioning. Gut bacteria are key players in your mood and mental health. They can relieve the symptoms of depression, anxiety, and stress. This bidirectional relationship highlights the importance of maintaining a healthy gut for overall health and well-being. Scientists have found chemicals implicated in depression and happiness, such as serotonin, are also found in the gut. 90% of serotonin is produced in the digestive tract and not in the brain. It has also been reported that gut bacteria produce many other neurotransmitters such as dopamine, norepinephrine, acetylcholine, and GABA, which can influence mood, anxiety, concentration, and motivation. Thus, this shows that the gut microbiome can cause changes in how our brains react. It brings us to a very relevant point that has been proven before: what you eat can have a huge impact on how you feel. The food you eat provides the nutrients and energy your body needs to function properly, and an imbalance in your diet can affect your physical and mental well-being. The UCLA study randomly assigned women without gastrointestinal or psychiatric symptoms to one of three groups: fermented milk with probiotics, yogurt, non-fermented milk products, with a probiotic consortium of 5 strains, or no intervention. For 4 weeks, they ate this twice a day. Following this plan, scientists collected functional magnetic resonance imaging before and after the intervention to look for any brain changes in response to an emotional attention task. The results were astonishing. The group of women who consumed fermented milk with probiotics for only 4 weeks had calmer brains during the emotional task. The same changes were not seen in the women who ate no probiotics during the 4-week experiment. The experiment gave insight into the importance of probiotics to improving moods and emotions, but also proved the connection between gut and brain. From the research, we can conclude that probiotics may be able to help treat both digestive symptoms and mental health symptoms at the same time. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoy and benefit from this video. If you enjoy watching our content, please subscribe to our channel so you will receive updates on upcoming videos. In our next video, we'll examine the shocking truth about the food you eat. Thank you once again and see you next time.